it's only fitting that we start off with a story from Rav Levi Yitzchak Miberdichev. So, Rabbi Avram of Brisk once asked Rav Levi Yitzchak, why do the Hasidim miss the correct time of Kriyat Shema and Shmona Esrei? Chavra, let's open up our hearts. Rav Levi Yitzchak replied, my dear Rabbi of Brisk, we never heard that there is a clock in heaven with angels standing there looking at their wrist, looking at the hands, looking at the clock in order to determine the exact time of the prayers. I, Levi Yitzchak, am of the opinion that every Jew is obligated at all times to arise and announce that we have one God, Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, and to worship Him in always and not necessarily according to the instructions of the keeper of the clock. Bezrat Hashem Chavra, and we always acknowledge, and we always call out Hashem's one. We should always know that every single moment is a time for a prayer. It's time to open ourselves up to the Ribono Shalom in the Tefillah B'Shem Kol Yisrael for Pesach Ben Yosef Esar Baruch Abbas Yehudis Miriam Dor Bas Chani Yocheved Yonah Bas Basa Shir Bas Basa Sainer Ruben the money every neshama in Klal Yisrael. Ribono Shalom, grant us holy wisdom and intelligence. Let us always see all things in the light of the holy wisdom they contain, and so attach ourselves to you through everything in the world. Let us understand the constant messages and signals you send us to come closer to you. Halacha l'maisa. Halacha l'maisa, Chavra. Let's go weiter. After hearing the words, Hama'avir shina meinai usma me'afapai, meaning who removes sleep from our eyes, from my eyes, and slumber from my eyelids, one should not respond amen. For this point is not the conclusion of the blessing, rather the paragraph that follows, Vihi Ratzon, it may be your will, is also part of the blessing, and the conclusion of the blessing is the phrase Hagobel Chasadim Tovim La'amo Yisrael, meaning who bestows beneficent kindnesses upon his people Israel. Halacha l'maisa. Kavra, Sichot 67. This is a big one, a massive one. The advice of the tzaddik. Ignoring the words of the wise can cause insanity. This insanity only comes about because one ignores the advice of the wise. If you would take rational advice, you would be normal, right? Rabbi Rosenfeld gives the example, right? If a person's wearing raggedy clothes and lying in dirt, rolling in dirt, not taking advice from someone who is a higher power, right? Like the tzaddik, to get out of the dirt, to clean your clothes, to be a normal person, he's going to continue to be insane, right? We need to go to the tzaddik for advice, for help, to normalize ourselves. His mental state might indicate to him the need to do such things as tearing his clothes and rolling in the muck, but a wiser man, then he tells him not to do these things. Chevra, it's also in the Sicha. By Rosenfeld Rabbeinu, Gewalt. If he would only subjugate his will to the wise, his insanity would disappear. Therefore, insanity results only from ignoring the wise. Understand this well. And we'll repeat that last line again. Therefore, insanity results only from ignoring the wise. Now, I was looking at the book, Where Earth and Heaven Kiss. It's a beautiful book on personal prayer. I highly recommend everyone getting it. So, too, everyone should be getting Potency of Prayer, the deeper meanings behind the words of the prayer book. It's unbelievable. Even the cover is amazing. It's like the siddur, a little bit open with fire, mamish, a blazing sun, ray of light coming out of it. It's amazing. Anyways, in Where Earth and Heaven Kiss, he talks about all the characteristics that Hashem bestows on us and gives us. He mentions the tzaddik. He mentions the tzaddik and how we need to seek the advice of the tzaddikim. And people could view tzaddikim as a superhero, as godly, maybe even a god, worshiping the tzaddik, right? And I'll get the name right now. Rabbi Ozer Bergman, right? Rabbi Ozer Bergman, he says it's not true for even 1 second. We say every single day, like we mentioned last night, Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. I'm stopping myself. I'm starting by Elokeinu because Elokaini, I don't know. I don't know what's going into me. Anyways, he says we're acknowledging that there's one God. Same thing with Rav Levi Yitzchak every single day, twice a day, and even more. We can acknowledge that, right? So there isn't anything besides God. In od mevaldo, right? So when we look at the tzaddik, we have to view himself as someone who toils, as someone who obviously receives gifts from heaven, right? Along with his hard work and his toiling and his love for Torah and his love for mitzvos and his love for the Jewish people. And it's okay. It's okay to seek someone who maybe have more wisdom, may contain more wisdom and give good advice to whatever situation we're going through. In the Havdil, I have to mention the Lakers. It's like LeBron James, right? LeBron James is the one waking up at 3 a.m. He's going through all of his workouts and a million times more than any of the average Lakers. And the Lakers go to him for help. What position should I be in this situation, in this offensive set, in this defensive set? Because they know LeBron knows best, lahavdil. So Bezrat Hashem Chevra, may we surrender and bring ourselves down to the tzaddik and really just have our klees, have our vessels ready to receive all the light, all the advice, and all the knowledge that the tzaddikim contain. Bezrat Hashem, we'll all be proper vessels and really stop being insane and rolling them in the mud and in the muck and get some nice clothes on. Questions, comments, please feel free. Ami, great to see you, Achi. Great to see you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ami, just Kitzer, we just got to dance like Rav Levi Yitzchak. Got to dance like Rav Levi Yitzchak. And because you're on, I just saw a Maisa. You ready for this? From Levi Yitzchak?
Yeah.
So Rav Levi Yitzchak invited the
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Rav Levi Yitzchak invited the Maggid and Mezrich to come to the mikvah with him. And Rav Levi Yitzchak was on fire. Bob was like jumping up and down with enthusiasm, with the highest joy. And the Maggid responded to him, Rav Levi Yitzchak, I'm old, I'm slow, I'm going to take a long time to get there. And you just have all this enthusiasm and joy and dance in you. I don't know, I'll pass. So Rav Levi Yitzchak responds to the Maggid. He's like, Rabbi, I'll slow down just for you, I promise. Promise. I don't even know if he promised, but he said, I'll slow down for you. I'll walk at your pace, at your speed. And so they went together.
Sounds like Rav Zusha, similar to Rav Zusha.
It probably happened to Rav Zusha as well. And as they're getting closer to the mikvah, Rav Levi Yitzchak forgot the vow, the promise, whatever. And he just started jumping for joy, the greatest enthusiasm, and almost fell in the mikvah. Mamish. Rav Levi Yitzchak, his enthusiasm and joy was so beyond.
Where did you see that?
And loving and beloved. Yeah, obviously.
Do you know the? Yeah, he has. There's another story of like it's like he forgot it. He was so excited to use the esrog lulav. He broke the glass case to get to the esrog. He forgot to open the door to the esrog box.
Wow, that's a great story.
Mikvah story. Shlomo Karlbach mikvah story. He was in Texas. You know that one he broke the ice, or I think it was somewhere else. So how could we no mikvah for you? He went to the wall. He said, is there a lake here? He said, yeah. He took a picture, let's say, or something. He broke the ice and jumped into the mikvah.
See them, Badara.
No, I don't remember. I heard it from somewhere. No,
You read
no, the red
read-
one. The Lamed, no, Lamed Vav, but I think it was
Story.
Lamed Vav.
Oh,
I think Lamed Vav. I think Lamed Vav. I don't remember.
we read that story once here, actually. That story in Texas, in Mikvah. It's geschmack. Geschmack
I
story.
haven't read Baderach yet.
I haven't either. It's all good.
You have it?
Yeah, but we're Baderach, right?
Yes. Yes. Oh, you got.
Yeah,
We're on
that's
recording.
like that's the greatest bit. It's like we're Baderach, but
Do you don't know? Shoot, I have the Baderach sticker
Oh,
magnet. My screen's on blurry, so my screen's blurry.
yeah.
Effects. Okay.
Oh, that's amazing. Wait. Oh, I need Baderach. Oh, it's amazing.
Okay. Yeah, we're on. Just we're on recording still, and I'm on. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All good. It's all good.
Take care.
Rebs,
Okay.
unreal.
Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
peace, bro. You're the best.